So it's actually like, I go to psychological war with my kids every morning when when I'm making their lunches, because kids have to accept what you eat. So it's all well and good saying, "Yay, let's make better, healthy choices for kids." But I'm a parent, so I live the reality of struggling to get my kids to eat whole foods, okay? Because the packaging, the promotional stuff that they're targeted with on YouTube Shorts and indirectly all over Malta. When Alex, my daughter, she was about 1.5 years old, the first time she ever recognized a food brand, which obviously was McDonald's. Really interesting this. As we're driving by in the car, so she can say a handful of words. She's just getting her speech. She's at 1.5 years old, and we're driving past McDonald's, and she points to the big golden arches. And she says, toy, right? So she didn't say McDonald's, she didn't say food. She pointed at McDonald's and said toy. And when you look at the depth of relationship that McDonald's builds with a child from that very young age, obviously kids are growing in a world where they're saturated with adverts and promotional material, right? So we talk about obesity in kids and where do we start? How do we fix it? It's so complex. But I think the levers essentially are education towards basic nutrition from an early level, and obviously encouraging movement on every level where possible, and helping people to kind of slow down in their life. They're like the three major commandments.
I have to agree with you with that. And it's on this education component, it's almost anti-brainwashing versus what like big brands are doing in their side. I just got back from a trip to Japan. This is a side note as well, but it's a country with the lowest obesity rates in the world, apart from sumo wrestlers. But what I found super interesting is one lesson at school is to go into the school canteen and learn about what they're eating. And that is a government program which has been in place for years and that they implement. So I'm not saying there's a direct correlation between that 1 hour a day
but how interesting.
To long-term health, but they're getting education in from a really early age, and that's obviously having some sort of long-term effects. And I will say, exercise as it is in Europe is not the same in Japan. So you won't find CrossFit boxes, you won't find gyms. It's just not as popular, even in the major cities. So there's definitely something going on there from an education component and creating long-term change. So
absolutely.
That's definitely a big one there.
If I do have a cheat day, I usually go for honey. It's also great to add flavor to healthy dishes. Manuka honey is known for its natural antibacterial properties. It's often associated with immune support, amongst other potential benefits. Right now, I'm enjoying premium honey from Manuka Doctor. If you want to learn more about Manuka honey, it's best to visit Holland & Barrett and speak with one of their wellness champions. They're trained professionals who can guide you on nutrition, supplementation, and products like this one. And me, I'm just here for the snack.